daring evacuation of the American embassy in Sudan. U.S. Special Operations Forces, including the Navy's elite SEAL Team 6, were involved in the planning and the execution of the operation. Roughly 100 American diplomats and their families rushed to safety, escaping the war-torn country. The military using 3 Chinook helicopters in the middle of the night, those choppers only on the ground for about an hour during the evacuation. Diplomats had been sheltering in place at the embassy compound in the capital of Sudan. There is now no official American presence in the country. President Biden personally signed off on the mission on Friday and ordered it to be carried out as soon as it was safe and feasible. All of this as fighting rages on in Sudan, including attacks on more than a dozen healthcare facilities. The World Health Organization says more than 400 people have died, close to 4,000 wounded. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze leads us off tonight from the White House.
Tonight, under the cloak of darkness, U.S. Special Operations Forces executing a dangerous and daring mission to evacuate the American embassy in the capital of Sudan. More than 100 Special Ops forces, including the Navy's elite SEAL Team 6, successfully carrying out the operation. 3 Chinook helicopters taking off Saturday from a U.S. base in Djibouti, flying 800 miles to Sudan's capital, Khartoum, stopping only to refuel in Ethiopia. The helicopters on the ground in Sudan less than an hour before airlifting almost 100 American diplomats, staff, and their families out of the country.
Anytime you're flying at 100 knots, very close to the ground in pitch black, there's certainly some risk there.
The Pentagon calling the mission fast and clean, with no shots fired at the choppers in Khartoum and no casualties. All evacuees are now safe and secure. Tonight, a National Security Council spokesperson tells ABC News President Biden authorized the operation on Friday. The president saying in a statement, "I'm grateful for the unmatched skill of our service members." This new image showing Secretary of State Blinken monitoring the evacuation in real time.
It was a very well executed operation that I think, when it comes to these type of operations, it may be a model for the future.
Several other countries, including Italy, France, and the UK, now racing to evacuate their embassies as the fighting intensifies in Africa's 3rd largest country. The violence sparked by a power struggle between 2 rival military generals. In 9 days, more than 420 people have died and nearly 4,000 more injured. Up to 16,000 Americans, many of them dual citizens, are still in Sudan. Tamir Mohammed's 2 children are dual Sudanese-American citizens, 2 and 5 years old, stranded in Khartoum with their aunt.
We don't have any plan because all the airports there are closed now. The kids, they cannot sleep at the night. They're crying, they sleep, they have nightmares. They said the military are coming, they will kill us.
The State Department says no large-scale evacuation plan is in place for American citizens. New images show convoys of UN vans lining up on the 518-mile road from Khartoum to Port Sudan, now one of the only ways out.
Let's get right to Elizabeth Schulze from the White House. Elizabeth, what steps can the Biden administration take at this point to help those thousands of U.S. citizens who are still there?
Well, Lindsay, President Biden says he's receiving regular reports about how to help those Americans. One option is using intelligence to assess threats and determine possible escape routes, possibly sending Navy ships to that port outside of the capital to pick up people who've made it there. But the State Department is stressing that it has been telling Americans now for nearly 2 years not to travel to Sudan at all. Lindsay.
Elizabeth from the White House, thanks so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.